Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 360 of A Song a Day Keeps the Virus Away. Boy, was I put in my place on Sunday. I sang for the Daily Antidote of Song, and they're up to day 660 because they do every single day at noon. So if you want to hear a wonderful little program from 12 to 12:30 every day while you're having your lunch, turn to A Daily Antidote of Song put on by Carpe Diem. Well, today we're going to celebrate and honor the memory of a dear, dear friend and colleague, Tony Barrand. Many of you know him from his singing with John Roberts and also with Noel Sing We Clear. And he's also a folklorist, a musicologist, an academic, just a brilliant man. Howie was friends with Tony since 1968. They were in college together and drinking buddies as well as singing buddies at Johnny's Bar and Grill at Cornell. And one of their records is one that I will definitely take with me to that desert island. It's called On the Banks of Cold Brook, and it's a collection of songs from the Atwood family in Vermont. And I believe that Margaret MacArthur had something to do with the collecting of those songs, or at least the awakening of them. And then Tony and Keith Murphy got together and put an album together called On the Banks of Cold Brook. And I believe they also recorded a second album of more songs that hasn't been released. And hopefully it will come to light in the not too distant future. There's not a song on that album that I wouldn't like to sing there, and I do sing along with it every time I put it on. So this is one called Raspberry Lane, and feel free to sing the chorus, which is very catchy. There's one thing in here that is a mystery, and it was a mystery even to Tony, and that is it talks about the oak and the yellow are a pretty plant and tree. What a yellow is, who knows? Maybe it was willow at time and got changed through the folk process. I don't know, but I'm singing yellow because that's what he sang. So here it is. Once as I was walking through Raspberry Lane, I chanced for the meet with the mistress of fame. The oak and the yellow are a pretty plant and tree, and are now growing green in North America. Here's the chorus. Home, dearie, home, and home it shall be, to the oak and the yellow in our own country. It was near midnight, what could he want more? She showed him the way to the old tavern door. He called for a candle to light him to bed, and likewise a napkin to bind about his head. Home, dearie, home, and home it shall be, to the oak and the yellow in our own country. But early next morning this sailor grew bold, and into her apron threw a handful of gold. The gold it did glitter, which dazzled her eye. She said, won't you marry me? Oh no, said he, not I. Home, dearie, home, and home it shall be, to the oak and the yellow in our own country. So keep yourself single until the next spring, to hear the lark whistle and the nightingale sing. My ship now is waiting, and in it I must go, to my own dear home and the friends that I know. Home, dearie, home, and home it shall be, to the oak and the yellow in our own country. Now here's luck to the sailors that roam out on the sea. Don't wed a foreign lady, but keep yourself free, with your sky blue jacket and white tarpaulin on, and range the salt seas as often I have done. Home, dearie, home, and home it shall be, to the oak and the Asbury Lane from On the Banks of Cold Brook, the way Tony Barron sang this song that comes from the Atwood family from Vermont. So that's all the news I have for you, except a couple of upcoming gigs. On July 10th, I'll be doing a family concert for not a children's concert, by the way, but a family concert for the Daniel Boone Public Library in Columbia, Missouri. It will be on Facebook Live. It's on my website, www.sallyrogers.com. So just go to my calendar and you'll find the link so that you can watch it if you'd like. And the next day, on the 11th, I'll be singing with Jeff Kaufman and others at Friday Folk, I think it's called, in New London for a benefit for Afghan refugees. It's resettling Afghan refugees. The money will go towards that. And that will be on the 11th, Friday the 11th. And if you live in New London or in the environs, there will be a live concert, and there will also be a streamed concert. So you can do the concert either way and donate to this worthy cause. And with that, and I'll be singing John Denver songs because it's a tribute to John Denver. So you might be hearing them next week as a way for me to practice. So we'll see ya tomorrow. Bye.